Hey y'all, it's Nancy the Handy Scandy. Welcome back for another crafty venture.
And welcome to my episode 17 of Saturday Morning Makes for 2025.
Good morning and happy Saturday morning makes. I want to welcome everyone in. If you are unaware, Saturday Morning Makes is an open art collaborative. We come together every week, typically on Saturdays, but it can be any day of the week. But we come together and we share whatever we've made for the week. In the beginning, it was on Saturday mornings. What did we use our time to create on a Saturday morning? But it has expanded to many, many people, many, many genres of art, many days of the week, any time of the day. It doesn't matter. We just want everyone to share. Now, Jill Norwood is the amazing person who thought of this whole concept, and she created it during COVID, and it has expanded since then and taken on a life of its own. But for today, I have this art journal page to share with you. I'm going to set it aside, talk about the products that I used to create it, and then we'll come back and talk about it again. But this is my make for today. So let me see. We'll start with the book itself. It is an Arteza art journal. It's watercolor paper. I've had it for many years. I don't even know if they still have this spiral bound journal or not. But anyway, I use that art journal to often brayer off when I'm doing gel plate prints. And that's exactly what I did. And I used this bubble wrap, and I had acrylic inks, and I wanted to flop this off, basically print this, because there's still loads of ink on here, and you can see this beautiful teal and the brown colors, and it gives that kind of, vintage patina look. But I wanted to print this off in there, and I've got some of the print. It's just mottled color, really, is what it looks like. You don't see the bubbles. But anyway, I've got that on there, and then of course there's layers of brayer on there, and I used my brand new gold ink and my quill pen. It is number 102, I believe, is the nib, and the handle as well. And I'm just playing, learning how to use the ink, use the pen, that kind of thing. But I did use those on there. I also used this beautiful stencil from PM Artist Studio. Carrie Griffiths, aka Carrie the Crafter, created this stencil, and I think it's absolutely gorgeous. And I use this to flop off onto the page as well. And then I also went back through and I actually put stencil, or put paste through the stencil. So I used this stencil in two ways on the page. Let me set that aside. And then I also used this larger tag die from Whimsy Stamps, and I created a tag. And on that tag, I didn't want it just flat, but I used this die from Honeybee. I don't know if they still have it or not. It's basically like a burlap patch. And I've adhered this to that tag, and then I added some paint to that. And then I also used this big foliage die from Simon Says Stamp. I think it was part of Stamptember a couple years ago. Oh, it doesn't say it. But it's called the Etched Tall Leaf Spray. And I love this die. It's very, very pretty. It's very striking. And then also I used this beautiful die from Tim Holtz and Sizzix. It is, what is it called? Perspective Moth. And I actually have another one in here, but I don't like the way I use the gold on there. So this one will wait until I am able to fix that gold on there. But without further ado, let me go ahead and pull this journal back in here. And again, this is a journal by Arteza, and it is watercolor paper. I don't know the measurement. I have no idea what the measurement is. Let me see. Is it 9 by 12? It's definitely 12 by, oops, I can't do that math. Yeah, it's just over 9. It's about 9 1/4. But you can see in the background where there's that beautiful mottled color with the teals and the browns. And then you can't really see the flop off of the stencil, but you can see where I've put the paste through the stencil, and it picked up some of that color. You can also see where I played with the ink and my quill pen, and I am still learning, very much still learning how to get that flow. But I also made some dots back in here, and I made some lines. And I also used this iZink pigment from Seth Apter. This is no longer available. I mean, it's no longer available through Seth Apter's website. I got this from Catherine Pooler many years ago, and it definitely is no longer available on her website. Not sure if any other online sellers or even physical stores might have it. I just don't know. But you can see the leaves. That's that leaf die from Simon Says Stamp. This is the tag die, and the burlap, and of course the perspective moth, and I think it's beautiful. It's the first art journal page I've made in a while. I'm not over the moon about it, but it's all right. I'm okay with it. It does make me smile when I look at it, so I guess in that respect it does its job. I don't do a whole lot of art journaling, and I want to do more and more of that. And I love that I have all these pages with brayer offs and flop offs and whatnot, and that is a beautiful base to start something. You can see I've got some of the printing of the diamonds and dots, one of the diamonds and dots stencils back there, and all that beautiful color and texture. And then this is a flop off of the new Ironworks stencil by it's by PM Artist Studio, but the designer is Rhonda Dona. So yeah, just some other pages that I created. I'm not gonna stay on them for long. A flop off and a brayer off. They're just waiting to be used. Just waiting to be used. I think this was the very first art journal page I ever did. And I did it as part of a challenge from my sweet friend Allison Haikila. And the challenge was to put a shaker element into an art journal page. So I don't like it at all. I think it's awful, but it's where I started, right? So there's no shame in it. I just don't like it. But it was a good try. It was a good try. And then I've got this page. Again, not happy with it, but it was a good try. Lots of different stuff going on there. But look at this page. This is going to be amazing. And I have a new stencil coming from PM Artist Studio, and I think I'm going to absolutely love that stencil on this page. So, and then that's the snowman page. What else do I want to show you in here before I let you go? This one was fun. It was really just an exercise in color. And these are actually pop-outs from a die. The die, I think, is from Honeybee Stamps. But I layered up all of these little bits and pieces to add to this page, and I glued them. Some are glued like 4, 5, 6 high. Some of them are just 1. But I really, really love it. This bubble stencil in the back is from All in Create. It is Tracy Evans. She's no longer with All in Create, but it was one of her designs through them. And then this image that I've used repetitively, and some of this scroll work on the edge. I'm not sure if the camera's picking this up down here or not, but those are from Stampendous, and this is a stamp from Wow. And I just had a really good time creating that page. That was fun. This was fun. Lots going on there. Always with the stenciling for me. Another flop off. This one was in memory of my sweet daughter that passed, with the cherry blossoms. Just a lot going on there. Anyway, I will stop, but this was fun. Colorful, keep it colorful with the European spelling of colorful. Check her out because she does all kinds of free workshops every weekend, and this was one of her free workshops. It is amazing. But for now, this is what I came to share with you, so I thank you for letting me share it. Make sure that if you post something, we would love to see whatever you create. Use that hashtag SatMornMakes. That way we can find you. And I hope that you have used that hashtag to find us, and that you will continue to hop around and be inspired by all the other makes from our sweet, sweet crafty friends. So until next time, guys, this has been Nancy, the Handy Scandy for Saturday Morning Makes. Mwah. and I'm out.